Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this, but in succession, every year has been a record-setting year.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to Tarbell Pavilion on the campus of Swarthmore College for tonight's Centennial Conference men's basketball showdown between the Muhlenberg College Mules and the number one ranked Swarthmore College Garnet. I'm Brandon Hodnett bringing you the action tonight, and we're about to go live 15 seconds from the start of starting lineups. We'll send it down to PA announcer Adam Hertz for today's starting lineups.
Good evening and welcome to Tarbell Pavilion for Centennial Conference basketball action featuring Muhlenberg College and your Swarthmore Garnet. Let's get the starting five for Muhlenberg. A
And we are ready for action here at Tarbell Pavilion. Again, I'm Brandon Hodnett bringing you the action today. No Bob Long or Jacob Brady available for the broadcast, so you're stuck with me, but hopefully it's a good game. Nate Schaefer on the tip for the Garnet Swarthmore in their home whites. It's tapped away. Muhlenberg will get the opening possession. Starting lineup for the Mules. Handling the ball, it's number 5, Dan Gaines, their leading scorer. Nate Henry Brown has it now. Number 13, Matt Ganias out there. Number 14, Justin Allen. As Nate Henry Brown drives baseline, gives it to Gaines. Henry Brown's shot, no good. Rebounded by Vinny D'Angelo. The other starter for the Mules, Michael Moriali. For Swarthmore, the starting lineup, Vinny D'Angelo at the point. Guards Connor Harkins and George Visconti out there as well. That pass to Harkins goes out of bounds. Down low, it's Zach Odell and Nate Schaefer. Muhlenberg enters today's game with a 14-5 record. They're 7-5 in conference, 6-3 on the road, 8-2 at home. Swarthmore, perfect 19-0 record, 12-0 in the conference, 10-0 at home, 9-0 on the road. Underneath, and it's Muhlenberg with the first basket of the game. That's Justin Allen with the layup underneath. D'Angelo looking for options, finds Visconti. Visconti inside to Odell. Guarded by Henry Brown. Odell goes right at him, bulldozes his way to the basket for 2. Henry Brown and head coach Kevin Hopkins asking how that isn't a foul on Odell. Ball lobbed inside. Allen can't corral it, but he kept it in play. Now it's Swarthmore ball. D'Angelo working his way up the court. He's bodied by Henry Brown. Henry Brown picks up the foul. As we get another look at Odell going hard at Henry Brown. Henry Brown incredulous. Another look at that. Block by Schaefer on the other end. Swarthmore women's basketball got a big win, 63-58 over the Mules in the previous game. Helped move them back into 5th place in the Centennial Conference standings. Looking for their first playoff appearance in a long time. Odell going right back at Henry Brown. Henry Brown ready for him that time. Comes up with the block. Pair of blocks so far for each team. And that pass out of bounds. Michael Moriali pats his chest, signaling mea culpa. 2-2 the score. 17.5 to play in the first half. Schaefer at the elbow. He's had a great tear so far recently, but he's going to get called for a traveling violation. He thought he kept that pivot foot down. I don't know if we're going to have a replay of that. Let's take a look. Tough to say, but I think he might have just shuffled that pivot foot enough to draw the traveling violation. Up top, it's Moriali with the ball. Leaves it for Ganias. Moriali. The long two from the corner. D'Angelo brings it into the elbow. Goes to the hoop. Unfriendly roll. Spins off. Out of bounds. We'll see Ryan Ingram getting his first minutes of the game, the first substitute. Also Abbas Salah and Colin Shaw headed to the court. Swarthmore replacing its entire backcourt now. Muhlenberg elects to send in a pair of subs after seeing what Swarthmore is doing. And they'll sub in 2 players who both wore Michael Jordan numbers. That's number 23, Spencer Duke, and number 45, Dallas Hoffman. Dan Gaines has it now. Gaines leading scorer for the Mules, 16.9 a game. He's shooting a torrid 54.3% from the year. Excellent shooting percentage from any position, especially from a guard, as Zach Odell comes up with the block on the other end. Salah manages to keep his feet there. Odell going to work. Spin move inside. Too strong, puts it over the other end of the rim, and it's out of bounds. Michael Caprice checks in for the Garnet. He'll send Nate Schaefer to the bench. Swarthmore, ranked number 1 in the country for the 9th week in a row. No longer the unanimous number 1. A couple teams stealing some votes from them after a couple scares. Gaines gets his first bucket. Swarthmore, last 2 games on the road were tight. Caprice fakes that one. Shaw on the wing. Dribbles into the lane, spins, hands it off to Odell. Odell strong to the hoop and puts it in off the glass for 2. As I was saying, Swarthmore, most recent game, only won by 4 against Gettysburg. That was a 74-70 win that they eked out on the road. Prior to that, last Wednesday, Swarthmore went to Chestertown, trailed at halftime, came back to win 77-66. A couple close calls, but Garnet finding a way to win despite some poor shooting efforts. And Caprice undercut under the basket, but they're going to call a foul on him as he got tangled up. He got tangled up with Dallas Hoffman. Noah Watson checks in for the Mules. Muhlenberg's primary scoring this year comes from Dan Gaines and Matt Ganias. As that shot rims out. Gaines, like I said, 16.9 points per game. Ganias, 11.6. Both are Swarthmore gets the basket on this end. Sorry, I was looking down at the notes, missed that one. 7-6 Swarthmore lead, under 15 to play. Skip pass across. Henry Brown has it. Drives hard against Odell. Elects to kick it back out. Hoffman to Henry Brown. To over Odell. Rainbow 3 from NBA range. Henry Brown, a 45% shooter from the field. That shot rims out. Gaines across the timeline. Under 14.5 to play. Henry Brown, the handoff. Spencer Duke with it now. Hoffman, long 3, good. Muhlenberg feeling it from deep. 12-7 they lead. Salah. Now it's Ingram on the near wing. Swarthmore trying to get into a rhythm here. Odell has Shaw on the pop. Shaw drives, head fake. Finds Caprice, and Caprice called for the foul again. Second time he's gotten tangled up, and the foul called on him. So that's his second foul. He'll head to the bench. Schaefer back in, Harkins back in as well. Officials signaling for the Swarthmore bench to take a seat. Salah, excellent defender. And they switch defensively. Now it's Schaefer. Salah stuck in the paint guarding Hoffman. A little bit of a mismatch. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Hoffman as he tried to free up some space for his hands. Hoffman commits the offensive foul. Vinny D'Angelo subs in, replacing Salah. Swarthmore loves to sub and sub frequently. D'Angelo running the point. Gives it to Schaefer. Schaefer looking for D'Angelo on the dive. He'll set the screen for Harkins. Uses it. Gives it back to Schaefer. Schaefer going to work. Traveled a little bit. No call. Makes the basket. Swarthmore, I think, got away with that one. He got called for a travel earlier. Schaefer had a huge game against Gettysburg. Really propelled Swarthmore to victory in that tight game. 19 points, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 assists, and a steal. Hoffman trying to clear space with that forearm. That goes uncalled, but they will call the foul on Schaefer. 12-9. Muhlenberg leads. 12 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. Hoffman to the line shooting 2. 67% free throw shooter. Hoffman tries to sink the second one. Rims out. Defensive rebound by Schaefer. D'Angelo up the court quickly. Schaefer a little bit outside of his range, passes it up. Here's Harkins. Has it poked away, recovered. Here's Ingram, hands it off to Schaefer. Schaefer, powerful move inside. Schaefer doing the yeoman's work under the basket. Schaefer and Odell, Swarthmore's 2 seniors, absolute studs underneath the basket. Long 3, no good. Harkins in transition, he loves that. Got bumped a little bit, no foul on the contact. Muhlenberg shooting 33% from 3. Swarthmore 35%. Hoffman from that gray line, no good. From the alternate volleyball court, D'Angelo comes away with it. He's fouled in transition. And we're going to have a discussion here by the officials as to what the call is. Foul is correctly called on number 13, Matt Ganias, with the hold. As we see that reach from behind, D'Angelo. And they do call that an intentional foul. So D'Angelo will get 2 free shots here, and Swarthmore will keep possession. D'Angelo, solid free throw shooter. 83% from the line. That's tops on the team. Hits the second. Garnett, 73.4% from the line this year. D'Angelo, the handoff to Visconti, uses the screen from Schaefer, and it looks like Muhlenberg got a piece of that one. Schaefer tiptoeing around the baseline, puts it in on the other side, uses the rim to protect his shot. Schaefer off to a good start. Swarthmore ahead now, 15-13 after a nice 4-point swing there. And the seas parted there for Gaines. Comes up with the easy layup. D'Angelo has some space. Gets bumped by Justin Allen. Allen will get called for the foul. D'Angelo, chance for a couple more from the line. D'Angelo, a local product. Graduate of Sun Valley High School, grew up in Aston, Pennsylvania. Hits that one. Only one of 2 players from Pennsylvania on the Garnet roster. Peter Fago, the other one. Fago's from the town of Swarthmore, Strathaven grad. Everyone else from all over the country. D'Angelo hits them both. Moriali over to Allen. Now it's Henry Brown. Back to Allen, going to work on Schaefer. Has Gaines. Ingram on Allen. That's a mismatch. The skip pass across. Last touch by Swarthmore. It'll stay Muhlenberg ball, but the Mules only with 6 seconds to work with here. Five and change on the shot clock. They will get off a good shot. It's deep, but Moriali can't get it to fall. Ingram pushing it up the court. Garnet up and down the court with less than 3 seconds elapsing from that shot clock. They like to move quickly. Harkins uses the screen. Can't get it to fall inside. Backdoor cut. Layup, no good. Schaefer keeps it alive. Nimble work by him, keeping that one in bounds. Here's D'Angelo up top. Hands it off. Same thing they did with Harkins on the other side, but D'Angelo pops it for 2 and sinks it. Allen up top, over to Moriali. Here's Henry Brown. Was guarded by Odell earlier. He's got D'Angelo on him. Backdoor cut from Allen. Swiped at by Schaefer. Not sure if he got a piece of it. Harkins comes away with the defensive board. D'Angelo to Harkins in transition. Loves that shot, but passes it up. Gives it to Schaefer. Schaefer now going to work. Hard pass across the lane. Ingram has it popped away. Gaines up ahead. Leaves it for the trailer. Moriali tries to go baseline, and they're going to call Ingram for the block. Ingram unable to get set in time. Picks up the foul. Swarthmore leads this one 19-15. You're watching this game here on the Garnet Sports Network. I'm Brandon Hodnett bringing you the action. 4 fouls apiece. Ingram picks up his first. It'll be Gaines inbounding it underneath. Gives it to Allen. A little touch pass back to Gaines. An issue with the clock. And back to 20. Pass into Watson. Watson works his way to the baseline, finds Allen cutting through the lane, scoops it in for 2. D'Angelo has it now on the wing, gives it to Salah. Salah to Odell, gets it back, the handoff. Goes up, and they call a traveling violation on the Garnet. Couple of those so far for the Garnet. That is their 4th turnover of the game. Muhlenberg with 3 turnovers. Watson will inbound for the Mules. Swarthmore showing that full court pressure that they've really implemented this season. Watson sporting the purple shoes. Here's Gaines with it now, guarded by Salah. A little bit of hand holding between Salah and Watson, and Salah wins that battle. Salah up the court, drives middle, gives it to Ingram in transition. 3-pointer, no good. Visconti keeps it alive, corrals the board. Looks off his defender, drives in, pull-up shot. No good. Swarthmore hitting a little bit of a cold spell, but they're 43.8% from the floor right now. Muhlenberg, 39%. Spencer Duke gives it back to Gaines. Gaines tripped up by Salah. He doesn't like the call, but he's called for the trip. 5 fouls pretty quickly for the Garnet. First foul for Salah. Matt Ganias in. Ganias into the lane. Draws another foul from Ingram, and that's 6 fouls for Swarthmore. You don't like to see this if you're Coach Kosmalski. 6 fouls already for Swarthmore. 1 more, and Muhlenberg's in the bonus. Ganias, 83.1% free throw shooter, hits the first. Henry Brown back in, replacing Spencer Duke. Muhlenberg's last game was at Johns Hopkins. They lost that game 82-73. That shot off the mark. Here's Ingram up the court. Swarthmore again riding that 19-game win streak this season as George Visconti puts it off the glass and in. 21-18 Swarthmore lead. Noah Watson kicks it to Henry Brown. Gaines drives to the lane. Ganias looking for Gaines. Odell read it but couldn't take it away. Little floater off the glass, no good. Good approach by Ingram to challenge that shot. Swarthmore calling motion. That's Salah running the point now. Shaw, 15 on the shot clock. Looking for options, backdoor cut from Ingram. Shaw gets it back at the top of the arc. Takes a jab step. Odell has a poke from behind. Watson all alone. Odell, can he catch him? Not in time and commits the foul. Watson gets the bucket, draws the foul. He'll head to the line for the 3-point play. As we take another look, Watson dragged across the face by Odell. Odell picks up his first foul, ran into foul trouble last game at Gettysburg, only ended up playing about 13 minutes as a result, and that put Swarthmore in a bad situation without their preseason first-team All-American Odell for most of the game. Here's Watson. Misses it. D'Angelo to the left block, puts it off the glass and in. D'Angelo has a knack for getting to the hoop and finishing off the glass. D'Angelo shooting 50% from the floor this year. Truly impressive for the guard. Freshman guard, no less. And Salah will pick up his second foul. He's got to be careful. Salah will go to the bench after picking up that second foul. Schaefer back in. So Muhlenberg in the bonus after Swarthmore has committed 8 fouls. It's a 1-and-1 free throw. Ganias sinks the first. As a team, the Mules shooting 72% from the line. They missed that one. Henry Brown and D'Angelo scuffle for the rebound. It's grabbed by D'Angelo, and D'Angelo draws the foul. That's 5 now for the Mules. D'Angelo walking up the court. Watson got aggressive, commits the foul. He seems surprised by that call, but he reached all the way across D'Angelo's body. Shot clock's reset to 30 with the foul in the backcourt. Schaefer with it now on the block, looking for options. He goes to work. Spin move, throws it off the glass, draws the foul. Fouls on Hoffman. Lots of fouls so far. That is the 15th foul between the two teams. Muhlenberg commits foul number 7. So Swarthmore now in the bonus. That was a shooting foul, so Schaefer will take 2 from the line. Schaefer's success from the free throw line has been a big story this year. Shooting 73% from the stripe, up from about 50% last year. Hits the second. Dramatic improvement from the senior. Team's really thinking twice about fouling him on that low block. Here's Ganias with it up top. Hesitates, step back. Nice move, three-pointer, no good. Schaefer keeps that rebound alive. Shaw comes away with it. That number for Schaefer last year, 59.8%, so closer to 60 than to 50. D'Angelo, three-pointer, good. D'Angelo's got a sweet stroke, and that will trigger a timeout from Muhlenberg head coach Kevin Hopkins. 4:47 to play. Swarthmore leads this one 28-21. Starting to get some separation as we see again that three-pointer from D'Angelo. (28-21) here in the first half. Swarthmore leading 28-21. Under 5 to play. Both teams in the single bonus. Ganias has it up top for the Mules. Looking for Allen. Entry pass to Allen. Gave back to Moriali. Moriali goes at Odell. Puts it too hard off the glass. No good. D'Angelo. Into the lane, comes back out. The handoff, thinks about the three, puts it up, no good. Allen comes away with the board. Muhlenberg working quickly, and both teams getting up and down the court, setting up their offense with about 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time to work with. Moriali, good cut along the baseline. Gathers his own rebound. Gaines, three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Odell. Muhlenberg shooting 22% from deep. Bounce pass inside to Schaefer. Schaefer banging away. That spin move, so effective, can't get it to fall. Harkins comes away with the board. His putback, no good. Allen hands it off to Gaines. Gaines takes his time. It's Moriali on the far side. Gives it to Duke. A lot of action around the perimeter for the Mules. Moriali finally takes it into the paint. His shot no good. D'Angelo finds Visconti. Open for the corner three. No good. Gaines with the board. Odell hits the deck, but he pops back up. Gaines drives. Dishes it off, and a great finish underneath by Spencer Duke. D'Angelo had the advantage there, puts it off the glass, no good, gets his own board. Visconti for three, no good. Swarthmore cold from deep. D'Angelo trying to heat things up, no good. Another offensive board. Visconti, why not? Three-pointer, short. Ganias Pushes it up for the Mules. Swarthmore, a great rebounding team, and they have been for the past several years. Led the country in rebound margin per game. Up there again this year as well. That shot is good. Muhlenberg with the retort. Michael Moriali knocks down the deep three. 28-26. Swarthmore will take a timeout. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll be right back.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well, but it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am.
Under 2 to play here in the first half. Swarthmore holding on to a 28-26 point lead. Zach Odell to Ingram. Uses the screen. Looking at the pick and roll, decides to shoot it. Ingram knocks it down for 2. Ingram's first bucket of the day. 6 different players in the scorebook for the Garnet so far. Vinny D'Angelo leads the team with 11. Ball lobbed inside to Allen. He's fouled underneath by Ingram, and I believe that's his second. No, excuse me, that's his third. So Ingram will probably take a seat. Vinny D'Angelo waiting to check in. Allen to the line shooting 2 after that foul. Allen, a 50% shooter on the year. Misses that one. D'Angelo back in, as well as Moriali for the Mules. And Schaefer will check in for Harkins. Muhlenberg just 37.5% from the line tonight. Swarthmore 100%, 6 for 6. That shot, nothing but twine for Allen. Here's D'Angelo. Odell has it at the elbow, up top. Drives to his right. Comes back to his left. Goes with that left-handed hook, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's triple teamed. Foul on the floor. Fouls on Watson, his second. We take another look. He is swarmed. Watson was trying to force a held ball, but reached in, committed the foul. Odell shooting 1 and 1. Hits the first. Hoffman back in for the Mules. Odell shooting 72.6% from the charity stripe. Looks to make his second one here. Rims out. Rebounded by Moriali, and we are under a minute left in the first half. Good crowd on hand for a Thursday night game. A rare Thursday night basketball game. Gaines with the floater, drops it. D'Angelo, Swarthmore's leading scorer tonight. Looks for the handoff. Swarthmore work a little high-low. Schaefer on that left side, puts it off the front of the rim, no good. Schaefer with 8 points, 3 of 6 shooting. 3 of 5 shooting, excuse me. Shot clock unplugged, 15 to go in the first half. Swarthmore holding on to a 2-point lead. The Garnet have trended as a second half team recently, really pouring it on. We'll see if that's the same thing this time, as that shot by Gaines is no good. Swarthmore grabs the rebound, and they hold on to the 31-29 lead at the end of the first half. A little bit of a conversation underneath the basket between Watson and the officials. Not sure what that was in relation to. Give you some stats real quick. Leading scorer for the game, Vinny D'Angelo with 11 points, Nate Schaefer with 8, Zach Odell 5, Colin Shaw 3, George Visconti with 2. For Muhlenberg, their leading scorer is Allen with 7. Gaines has put up 6, Moriali 5. Hoffman 4, Henry Brown 3, Ganias, Watson, and Duke each with 2. (31-29) Swarthmore leads this one. We'll take a break for halftime and be back in about 14 minutes.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview.
There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Pressbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew on a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
Swarthmore, the Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this, but in succession, every year has been a record-setting year.
And welcome back to Tarbell Pavilion on the campus of Swarthmore College for tonight's Centennial Conference men's basketball game on the Garnet Sports Network. It's Swarthmore, number 1 Swarthmore, leading Muhlenberg 31-29. And we are 10 seconds away from the start of the second half. Swarthmore clinging to that 2-point lead. Vinny D'Angelo leading the way for the Garnet with 11 points in the first half. And for the visiting Mules, it's Dan Gaines with a team-high 6 points. Around the league scores really quickly. Johns Hopkins leading Dickinson 33-30. McDaniel beating F&M 35-30. Gettysburg and Ursinus knotted at 44-44. And Haverford leading Washington College 43-45. Swarthmore to start with the ball in the second half. It's D'Angelo with it in his hands. Jump shot from just beyond the free throw line. No good. Tap out rebound by Schaefer. Now it's Odell. Odell going to work. That hook shot falls short. Doesn't hit anything. Still Swarthmore ball, but again, it didn't hit the rim. So the shot clock stays at 12. D'Angelo with the inbound, lobs it into Odell. Odell, the bump, goes up left hand and drops it in. Odell using his wingspan to guard the inbound pass from Henty Brown. Here's Allen with it now. Gaines up top. Gaines the leading scorer. Thought he was going to pull up from there. Passes over. Corner three is good by Moriali. 33-32. Here's Schaefer, flips it out. Visconti Three-pointer no good. He's yet to find success from long range. Odell underneath. Gets blocked by Henty Brown. Third time's the charm. Zach Odell gets the layup and the foul. As we take another look, that was Justin Allen reaching over, committing the foul. Here's Odell for the three-point play. Puts it in. Swarthmore backs off the pressure. Odell guarding the ball handler the length of the court. He'll switch back onto Allen. Gives him the inside block. Odell goes up and returns the favor, allowing Allen the chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. So Odell will head to the bench with his second foul. Odell has committed a team-high 58 fouls. And Allen misses. Here's D'Angelo to Schaefer. Schaefer's not going to shoot that one. Gives it to Visconti. Visconti going hard to the hoop and puts it off the glass for two. Swarthmore with the takeaway. Here's Shaw. Shaw keeps his footing, avoids traveling. Visconti with 4 points now. Inside, D'Angelo blocked from behind by Henty Brown. But there's a foul first. Fouls on Gaines. He picks up his first. 2 fouls for the Mules. Henty Brown thought he had a clean block there, but it was wiped off by the foul by Gaines underneath. D'Angelo shooting 2. Hits it. 5 for 5 from the stripe is D'Angelo. So a lot of disparity between the Swarthmore three-point percentage and their free throw percentage. D'Angelo sinks this one. Garnett 91% from the free throw line and a measly 18% from the three-point line. Just 36.8% overall from the floor. It's on pace to be one of their worst games shooting unless they turn things around. Inside look, Allen can't get it to fall. Schaefer comes away with the board. Schaefer whips the pass across to Harkins. Harkins into the lane. Had Schaefer, can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds. So we take one more look. Oh, that did hit off of Schaefer's knee before going out. Handful of subs for both teams. So Swarthmore shooting 47% on the year. Shooting below 37% today. Their worst shooting performance of the year was against Rochester when they just shot 34.5% from the floor. Had a bad game against Gettysburg most recently where they only shot 38%. And we have a jump ball. It'll stay Muhlenberg ball. But then there's games where Swarthmore will just go off, like against Muhlenberg the last time when Swarthmore shot 60% from the floor, going 33 for 55. Garnett really need to get going from deep. That 18% they're shooting now, well below their season average. Gaines gets the bump and the layup. No foul called. Cuts Swarthmore's lead to 4. Salah uses the screen from Odell. Visconti has time, thinks about it, fires away, three-pointer, no good. Odell, monster rebound, he goes up for the dunk. Puts it in. I guess that still counts as a dunk. Kind of put it off the front of the rim. (42-36), Swarthmore leads. Watson drives, has Odell on him. Odell might have got a piece of that one. Watson wants the foul call. Shaw all the way to the hoop for two. Colin Shaw, I love his gritty style of play. Not afraid to go right at anyone. His aggressiveness paid off for that 2 points. Here's Gaines. And we have Salah and Hoffman tying up under the hoop, and that's going to be Salah's third foul. Salah, in a situation earlier in the game, drew the foul. I think it was from Allen, who hooked him. But this time, they called the foul on Salah. It looked like Hoffman had him hooked pretty well, and we're going to have a foul off the ball before the inbounds pass. It's on Odell. So 2 quick fouls for Swarthmore, and that is Odell's third. So Odell's going to take a seat after picking up his third. Schaefer comes back in. Swarthmore putting Michael Caprice and Nate Schaefer out there. Caprice, the freshman from Lynchburg, Virginia. Schaefer, also from Virginia, from McLean, Virginia. Gaines, tough layup, no good. Schaefer, strong rebound. D'Angelo whips it to Shaw, into the paint. Pull-up jumper, good. Shaw has one of the best mid-range jump shots I've seen from this Swarthmore team. Duke drives on D'Angelo. D'Angelo commits the foul. So it'll be a shooting foul. Duke to the line for 2 attempts. Duke's made 75% of his free throws this year. Hits that one. Henty Brown back in. Hits them both. Harkins back in, as well as Ingram. Harkins, quick trigger, three-pointer up, no good. Schaefer, again, that tap-out rebound. Harkins gets it back, no good, not feeling it tonight. Harkins almost automatic from long range last year. Still trying to find his groove this year. Shaw brings it up court, has D'Angelo cutting. D'Angelo draws the foul on Duke, who went tumbling to the deck. D'Angelo with the basket and a chance for the three-point play. Let's see that one again. D'Angelo draws the contact, puts it off the glass and in. Muhlenberg calls a full timeout. They are reeling, down by 10 now. Swarthmore leads 48-38. So Vinny D'Angelo at the line looking to complete the three-point play. He hasn't missed yet today. Hits it, 7 for 7 for D'Angelo from the stripe. Duke in the corner, kicks it out to Henty Brown. Gaines gathers himself, resets the offense. Brings it over to the near side. And that pass tipped by Harkins. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Muhlenberg has to work quickly. Behind the back dribble. Three-pointer up. Draws rim. No good. Shaw. And he's fouled again from behind by Watson. Commits another foul in the backcourt. I think that's the third one that he's committed in the backcourt. Watson already sporting some tape around his fingers, shaking them out in pain again now as he heads to the bench. Harkins with the inbound. D'Angelo loses that one, maybe off his shoe. Harkins now, 18 on the shot clock. Schaefer goes left. Big step inside. Hook shot, good. Schaefer just bulldozing his way to the basket. Not much you can do about that defensively. Henty Brown, guarded by Harkins, gets around him, goes baseline, up and under on the reverse, no good. Gathers his own rebound, throws it up top. Henty Brown drives in, little scoop, no good. Here's Shaw now. Shaw tried to snap a pass inside to Schaefer. It's returned to Sender. Handoff to D'Angelo. Fires up a three. It's good. Vinny D'Angelo. And we have a foul in the back court. I think it's on D'Angelo. D'Angelo, the Delco boy, having himself a game. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. It's his second foul. Schaefer says no to that one. D'Angelo brings the ball up court. Shaw gets it in the corner, but Muhlenberg recovers quickly, so no chance for a three-pointer there. Here's Ingram. Rolls around the screen from Schaefer. Schaefer up top, flips it over to D'Angelo. Guarded by the taller Henty Brown. Step back, got him in the air. Off the glass, no good. All that would have been nice. Long pass ahead to Henty Brown, catches it in the corner. Keeps it in, sends it all the way back out to Allen. 12 minutes left. Swarthmore up big. It's 54-38. Three-pointer in the corner, and it's good. Muhlenberg needed that one. Moriali, the three-pointer. Harkins in the paint. He can't buy a bucket right now. 0 for 5. Excuse me, 0 for 6 now. Here's Ingram on the wing. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it back. The handoff. Three-pointer good. Swarthmore loves that. The dish and the handoff using Schaefer as a screen up top. Gaines kicks it out. Nice. Has nothing to do with that one. Henty Brown swatted away by Schaefer. The volleyball block at the net. Here's Harkins inside to Schaefer, guarded by Allen. Allen resting that forearm on Schaefer. Schaefer spins inside, comes back to his right. Beautiful move, what a finish. Michael Caprice at the scorer's table, loving that one. Swarthmore with 4 players waiting to check in. A little floater, and after the made basket, Muhlenberg will call timeout. Swarthmore on a roll. They're up by 16. It's 59-43, 10:41 to go. We're going to take a break as Muhlenberg has called a full timeout.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue.
And we're back, 10:40 to play. 59-43, Swarthmore leads. Salah into the paint. Colin Shaw gives it to Odell up top. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Salah using the screen from Odell, the pick and roll. Beautiful. Odell finishes underneath. Caprice hounding Watson, and Watson can't see a thing. Caprice's large wingspan just covering up all passing lanes. Muhlenberg forced to call a 30-second timeout. There's another look at Zach Odell getting it done underneath on that beautiful pick and roll. Leading scorers right now, Vinny D'Angelo with 19, Odell 14, Schaefer with 12. For Muhlenberg, it's Moriali with 11. He has 3 3-pointers, a game high. And Gaines with 10. He's shooting 5 of 12 from the floor. Swarthmore's lead is at its largest right now. It's 61-43, an 18-point lead. Swarthmore's led for 72% of this game. Looking for win number 20. Ten minutes left in this one. Moriali, guarded by Visconti. Watson now. Skip pass. Moriali bumped by Visconti, and there's the foul. So get another look at that foul on Visconti. It's just his first. 6th by the Garnet. Moriali into the paint, guarded by Caprice. Duke, long 3, no good. Great rebound by Shaw. Salah. Here's Shaw. Caprice, he can hit that. 3-pointer, banked it in. I think I heard him call bank, so it counts. There's a game earlier in the year where Caprice knocked down 4 3-pointers, and the scout was out that the big fella could dial it in from long range. Watson, great take, finishes with the left hand. He's got to be careful. He might get called for a delay of game with that toss of the ball out of bounds after the basket. Salah into the lane, too hard off the glass. Odell gathers the ball and draws the foul. Foul's on Duke. That's his second. 5th foul for the Mules. So just for a little bit of perspective, looking at the Centennial Conference record book, the win streak record for the conference is 25. set by Franklin and Marshall in 1994-95. Here's Caprice inside. Again, Swarthmore with 19 straight wins. Caprice, left-handed hook, no good. Henty Brown corrals the board. Henty Brown, why not? Deep three, no good. Rebounded by Ingram. Visconti finds Ingram. Pulls it back out. 15 on the shot clock. Visconti uses the screen. Pull up Jay from the far or the near side, no good. Caprice almost had that. Loses it out of bounds. Ganias checks back in for the Mules. Swarthmore setting up in that full court man-to-man pressure. Caprice on the ball. Henty Brown staying back behind the letters, giving himself some more space. Swarthmore backs off the pressure. Ingram keeping pace with Ganias. Gaines finds Hoffman. Long three-pointer, no good. Muhlenberg just cold right now. 37% from the floor in the game. Great spin move by Odell, but it somehow rims out. Odell can't believe it. Ganias in the corner, drives on Ingram, pull-up shot, switches to his right hand and drops it in for two. Salah spins away from Gaines. He's got Henty Brown to beat. Henty Brown takes a tumble, running into Hoffman. He's back up. Good pass, great cut. Ingram blocked, loses it out of bounds. Good dive to the basket, great find by Visconti. Garnett can't capitalize on it, but there's another look at that shot by Odell, somehow rimming out. Maybe the rim is not as level as we thought, I don't know. Swarthmore swapping out members of their lineup. Up 17, it's 64-47. Harkins runs off two screens. No shot available, 10 on the shot clock. Backdoor cut by D'Angelo. Again, nothing there. Hoffman recovered quickly to protect the rim. Here comes Schaefer. Backs down Hoffman, goes up. Finishes with 1 second left on the shot clock. Long pass ahead to Henty Brown. Gaines, the floater. Gets it over Schaefer and off the glass. 6.5 to go. Swarthmore up by 17, making it, looking to make it 20. Schaefer takes a weird, awkward tumble underneath. And Harkins commits the hard foul, bumps into our camera below. Let's see what that replay looks like, if we have it. It's Hoffman bumping right into our camera. Everyone's okay. 6:19 on the clock. And Hoffman will shoot two. And I'm wondering if Coach Kevin Hopkins is asking for the flagrant foul there. As Harkins wrapped him up. Swarthmore was the beneficiary of a flagrant foul earlier in the game when D'Angelo was cutting to the basket on a fast break. D'Angelo fearless, going right at two defenders there. Schaefer with it up top. Clears some space. Gets it back. Goes right at Hoffman. Unfriendly bounce again. 6 minutes to go. Swarthmore up by 15. Kick out to Henty Brown. Three-pointer up good. Big basket for Muhlenberg. 12-point game. D'Angelo to Schaefer. Gaines keeps looking like he's going to come in and try to pop that ball away from Schaefer. Schaefer Slips back door. Slithering around. Gets to that left side. Puts it up with the left hand for 2. Gaines loses his footing. Keeps his dribble. Another player hits the deck. D'Angelo off the glass. Good. D'Angelo now with 21 points. 6 for 12 from the floor. Perfect 7 of 7 from the line. Under 5 to play. Fouls on Ingram underneath, and it'll be a 1-and-1. Ganias to the line. Zach Odell will sub in for Ingram. He'll take the low block, and Connor Harkins will take the high block. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Something you never want to do. Swarthmore comes away with the board. Shaw left alone in the corner, puts it short. Odell had the rebound, maybe could have gone up on the left side, gives it over to Schaefer, and Schaefer the strong right hook. Schaefer having himself a game. He's got 18 points on 8 of 11 shooting. Couple that with 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks. I'm having a hard time determining who the player of the game is. Shots up, no good. Long rebound by Shaw. He's on the run, loses it. Here comes Hoffman to the hoop, and he's rejected by Schaefer. Schaefer grabs it, throws it off Morreale. Amazing court awareness by the senior. 72-54. Let's see that one again. Schaefer rises up and says no. 4:05 to play. Swarthmore up big at 72-54. We'll be right back.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Number 1, Swarthmore leading this one 72-54, 4:05 to play. Brandon Hodnett here with the call on the Garnet Sports Network. Vinny D'Angelo takes it up past the timeline. Swarthmore has won the past 3 meetings with Muhlenberg. Looks like they've won 9 of their last 10 against the Mules. Colin Shaw pulls up, front iron, no good. Last time Muhlenberg beat Swarthmore was on the road in Allentown. 91-88, Muhlenberg won in overtime. Long 3 from Henty Brown, who's no longer wearing the t-shirt and shoulder brace. Different look for him in the final 4 minutes of the game. Harkins to Shaw. Shaw into the lane. Pull up Jay. Again, front iron. A couple of those in a row for Shaw. Out of bounds, it'll stay Swarthmore ball. So prior to 2014-15, Muhlenberg had Swarthmore's number and had won every game dating back to February 2008. So the tables have turned. George Visconti puts that one up. It's no good. Swarthmore, really a different program with Landry Kozmalski at the helm. And a deep three from Ganias. Swarthmore getting a little careless here. They turn the ball over. Duke going at Harkins. It's taken away by Odell, the trailing defender. D'Angelo whips it over to Visconti. Drives to the hoop, left-handed layup, good. Visconti now with 6 on the night. Just 3 for 12, though. Having to work hard to earn his points. Deep three from Gaines. Muhlenberg just chucking up threes now at this point. 17-point game. Shaw. Pull up. Friendly bounce? No, it's unfriendly. Muhlenberg rebound. Ganias. Over to Henty Brown. Duke in the corner. Three-pointer, good. Muhlenberg chipping away, but it might be a little too late. Minute 40 left. Swarthmore up 14. It's not over yet. Swarthmore just needs to manage the clock well. Protect the ball. Get another look at that Schaefer move underneath. And with the full timeout, we're going to step away and be right back. And we're back. Muhlenberg lining up in a full court press. Ingram, the recipient of the inbounds pass. Visconti has it on the far wing, finds Harkins inside. Harkins still scoreless, looking for that first bucket. Visconti, jump shot, no good. Couldn't tell you the last time I saw Harkins go an entire game without scoring. A minute 10 left. Things looking good for Swarthmore. Three-pointer in the corner, no good. Rebounded by D'Angelo. There's Tommy McGuire getting his first minutes, putting up the shot. Ball knocked away from D'Angelo. Nicholas Chudy inside, and that was Spencer Duke finishing. And we'll get some time put back on the game clock. 46 seconds left. Subs held at the table since it was a timing error. Muhlenberg still set up in that press. D'Angelo fouled half-heartedly by Gaines. And that's Gaines' second. Foul is just Muhlenberg's sixth. But Gaines fouling to allow Muhlenberg to sub in its players. Bobby Lewitt in for the first time. And Maximilian Keem, number 24, stepping onto the court for the first time. This one will end up in Swarthmore's favor. 35 seconds left. They're up 12. Colin Shaw with it now. Jared Groff checking in for the Garnet. getting his first minute. Swarthmore probably just run the timeout here. We'll see if Shaw puts up a shot. Went up for it and drew the foul. I believe the foul is on Tommy McGuire. No, correction, it's on Maximilian Keem. Colin Shaw to the line, looking to ice this game. 74-62, Shaw with 7 points. First trip to the line for him. Hits the first. Abbas Salah checks back in for Harkins. And we'll see Peter Fago checking in. Maybe not, as Shaw misses that one. 12 seconds left. Fago heads back to the bench. 5 seconds left, and Swarthmore make it 20 straight. Garnet, the only undefeated team in all of Division III. They stay perfect. 20-0. The Garnet win this one, 75-62. And looking at the final stats, it was Vinny D'Angelo, the freshman, having a huge game. He scored a game-high 21 points on 6 of 12 shooting, went 2 for 4 from deep, and went a perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Also finished with 6 rebounds. Nate Schaefer, huge game as well, 18 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 2 for 2 from the line with 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 5 blocks. Zach Odell back in double figures with 14 points, 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 3 from the line with 12 boards, had an assist, a steal, and a block. Stayed out of foul trouble for the most part, finished with 3 fouls on the day. Colin Shaw pumped in 8 points, George Visconti added 6, Ryan Ingram with 5, and Michael Caprice with 3. For the Mules, Gaines had 12, a team high, Moriali with 11, Duke with 9, Ganaya 7, Allen 7, Henty Brown and Hoffman both with 6, and Watson finishing with 4. The Garnet finished shooting 40.8% from the floor, and Muhlenberg 40.4%, so pretty close there. Swarthmore really got the job done at the free throw line, making 12 of 14 attempts for an 85.7% mark. Muhlenberg finishing 8 of 15 from the stripe, 53.3%. We'll take a look at what's happened around the league and our out-of-town scoreboard. Johns Hopkins looks like they're going to be the winners against Dickinson, 74-65. Haverford and Washington has just gone final, 74-59. Franklin and Marshall wins on the road, 70-58. And Gettysburg looks like they're going to lose this one at Ursinus. Ursinus taking that one 84-79. So another big win for Swarthmore at home. They're proving to be hard to beat at Tarbell Pavilion. Swarthmore wins its 20th straight game, 11th straight at home. They are on a roll. As we're getting a couple last looks at our highlights from the game, some of the top plays. And that'll do it here from Tarbell Pavilion. I'm Brandon Hodnett signing off. Swarthmore wins this one 75-62. Thanks for watching the Garnet Sports Network, and have a good night.